It's nice to see you again in this video. So now I'm going to be showing you how we can use gobuster from our beginner level at least to the intermediate. When you are performing your bug bounting, you can use a couple of tools at your disposal, whereby gobuster can be among those. So as you try to see here on your screen, I'm on Hakwani's website, whereby I chose my target to be Truecaller. Truecaller is a great application whereby you can also go on and try this. But this video is strictly for educational purposes only, and all testing shown in this video is performed under a controlled environment. You shouldn't be attempted to try this on live systems without proper authorization. Since I'm using Hakwani's website to go on and choose a bug bound program, it means we do have permission to go on and we test this. Once you do find any vulnerability, you can submit that and you can be rewarded with something fancy. So make sure you can read through what's in and out of scope so that you do not find yourself in a bad position. So here we need to go on and install gobuster on our machine. Then we can try testing our content. So installation of gobuster is simple. You can just say sudo apt install gobuster. Now here you can just press enter. I already have gobuster installed on my machine, so I'm going to just stop this with Ctrl C. But in case you do not have that, you can proceed with the installation. So now let's say gobuster is installed. We need to know how we can use it by just providing a -n at the end, or -h at the end of your command. If we press enter, you see we do have different commands and different flags that we can use to our disposal. We see that we have a -o, which is here to provide the output string. Now let's say you want to back out some content and read about that maybe later. You can use a -o. We do have a -t to provide the threads, which is the number of concurrencies that we want gobuster to use. Perhaps if you want to use the verbosity, we see that we have a -v. We also have a -w, whereby we use this if we are going to provide our word list. So now here, let's say we want to start testing our application. Now let's test for our endpoint detection. So here we are going to be finding our subdirectories on our target. So here we can say gobuster. Now here we can say dir. That was one of the first commands up, since we are finding for subdirectories. And here we can provide a -u. After providing a -u, we need to provide our domain or our target. This is where we are going to type our target's website here, which is Truecaller. But I can even go here on my browser. Still, I can come and copy this, which is truecaller.com, and I come back to my terminal and I can paste this. So you see I did not include on the protocol. If you want, you can go on and include the protocol for HTTP. But let's see if I don't include it, shall we be able to perform our testing. So now here we can provide with a -w to go on and provide our word list. This is going to be a dictionary that you are going to be using, having a couple of words that are going to be tested on this domain. So on this terminal, I went on further and typed my word list, whereby we are seeing a couple. So I went on and also said cd gobuster, whereby we are entering this location for gobuster. And when I listed, we see that we do have these files. So perhaps I'm going to go on and choose this directory for medium, and we use that as our dictionary. So I'm going to come here and copy the path, which is usr share word list / gobuster. I'm going to copy this, then come back, paste it here. Then I'm going to add on a / at the end. I come back and use this file. So the reason why I'm copying this, I don't want to mess up or have any typos when I'm trying to type in this. You can also go on and use setlist, though here I just went to word list. So here, after providing your word list, perhaps if you want to go on and add on threads, this is where you can use a -t. If threads, let's say you want to use like 10, you can provide your 10. Now here, if the site has any case of redirection, we can also try to block this out by just using a -b. Then we provide perhaps a status code, which will be 301. Now I'm going to first remove this for now, and I'm going to press enter. Let's see what this will cover back. So also here we see we do have a redirection, which is this one, whereby we can go on and we remove that. Perhaps let me go on and come back. I change my domain. If you remember, in the browser we do have HTTPS, then we provide the protocol. Here it was starting with www. So let's assume now I've tried to fix this. Let me press enter. Again, we see whether we may return back our data. Now you see here, gobuster has started finding different directories present on our target, whereby there are a couple. So here, all you have to do is to just give it some time so that it finalizes. As you try to see here, it is on just 0%, though we've managed to see a couple of directories present, and they are returning our status code of 200, which means this is okay. Now let's give it a few minutes and we see if we may return back some data. But also, to save time in this video, I can also try to open up another terminal and we proceed to another testing. I'm going to go on, open up another terminal with Ctrl+Shift+T. Now here, let's say you are trying to perform your subdomain enumeration. I released a video whereby I was showing you how to use a couple of tools to go on and find different subdomains on your target, but gobuster wasn't among. So here we can use still a dictionary to go on and find different subdomains on our target. When I come back to my browser, you see that we have Truecaller by the meaning of subdomains, and it means, let's say in Frontier, we may have something like info, if it is present.truecaller.com. Now, if this is a real subdomain and you press enter, they will take us to that domain. So this is what we are going to do, subdomain enumeration. Simply, you can also say subdomain busting. So here we can say gobuster. Now here we can say DNS, since we are going to go on and test our subdomain. Now if you say the DNS, this time we are going to be using a -d, and here we provide our target for Truecaller, so which was HTTPS. I'm providing the protocol this time, www.truecaller. Let me hope I won't have any typos. .com. So let me come back here to see if I didn't make anything wrong. I see it is okay. Truecaller.com. Then here we can proceed with our word list. So here with a word list, perhaps we can try to check some in cyclist or word list, and we see if we may return back anything fancy. So I'm going to go to perhaps cyclist. Let me go on, come back here, clear this. I'm going to type cyclist. Now in case you do not have these dictionaries, you can go on and install this, but if you're using the latest Kali Linux, these ones come primarily installed on your machine. So here we have directory discovery, we have fuzzing. Perhaps let's go to fuzzing. Press enter, then let's list. We do have lots of files here we can use to our disposal in fuzzing. Here with the directory discovery, you can also go on and test that. So let me try to look through which text file can we go on and use. You see we do have many for OS. We do have the URI. Now let's see SQLite injection. Let me first move back. I try to see in directory. So cd dot. Let's go to discovery. Then here I'm going to press my enter. We'll list also what can we see here. So here we do have DNS, which is okay. So I'm going to move to DNS. Then also we list this. So inside DNS we do have subdomains top 1 million. Perhaps let's use this. I'm going to come and copy this path. Ctrl Shift C. We come back and I'm going to paste it here with just my -w, which is to provide our word list. I paste that. We come at the end. Then I need to provide a file. So here I'm going to copy this top 1 million. Ctrl Shift C. I come back and I paste it here. So here I can also go on, proceed and provide threads that we want to use, perhaps like 10. And if you do have anything that you want to block out, you can also proceed with blocking out maybe a redirection. I can say with a -b, though it is better to even see what is performing a redirection. So here we just press enter, but let me first come back and see our first scan. We see that here we are seeing a couple of content whereby it is taking time. I'm going to go on and stop this with Ctrl C. Perhaps if we wanted to proceed with this, you can give it time until you finalize with everything. So if you try to see here, we did not block the redirection and they are being seen here. So which means that if you say Truecaller/cookies, you'll be redirected to cookie binance policy. So with these ones of status code of 200, we also see these ones with status code of 301. So since I stopped this, let's also come back and run this of finding different subdomains. So let me go on and remove this one for redirection. Perhaps we may see anything interesting here. Now when I press enter, they will go on and use this dictionary. So we were unable to find back any subdomain present with this. But now let's say if we want to use another website, since this has failed, since this is for a study case, there is a website for OffSec, which they normally use in their trainings, which is called Megacop1. Perhaps we can also go on and retry that. So I'm going to use the same thing. Then here, let me just come and change this domain to OffSec's training website. Perhaps I could also go on and try to use the protocol, or if I want, I can remove this. Or let's say, let me remove this. So the site is megacop1.com. So let me press enter. Now we see that here with this site, or if you choose good site, we've managed to see a couple of subdomains present to this target. We do have the mail 2, we do have the admin.megacop1, we do have the beta, we do have the intranet. Now here it is the same thing that could have been returned back here with our Truecaller. But you can also go on and use different tools to find the subdomains. But here we are using a dictionary to go on and test through this to find our subdomains if they are present. You've seen that here in a few minutes I've managed to use gobuster to our disposal to go on find our subdomains here, and we've also used gobuster to go on and find our different endpoints, which is our directories. So in case you are interested to see more videos like this, please give a thumbs up to this video so that you can empower me to create more content. Feel free to subscribe to my channel. I won't disappoint you. You'll be able to see lots of interesting content. Don't forget to share this to your friends that may be interested. I'll see you in the next video.